Joe again, bridging the gap between best practices and the reality that you live in your plant every day. Bringing to you stories and lessons learned from my past as a plant manager and a reliability leader in a Fortune 200 company. Today's topic is you will fail without this. What is a reliability lead team? First of all, bottom left. I think I got it right this time. Actually, bottom right. Your bottom right. My bottom left. Given this, hit subscribe. Let me know you're out there. We got 183, shooting for 190 subscribers with this video. Let's get to it. The maintenance manager is accountable for driving reliability, right? Wrong. Yeah, it was a previous video. Trick question. Operations owns reliability, and they must partner with maintenance to understand best practices and get some guidance on what to do. But operations owns reliability. We know that, okay? One key enabler, and this is a test. If I can only check one thing in a plant, you gave me 5 minutes, I would check to see if you have a reliability lead team. It's made up of operations leaders, maintenance leaders, engineering lead, HR, plant manager, and a subject matter expert, coach, or guide. That's kind of the makeup that I've seen work. You may question HR, but this is people. This is about people. We got to make sure that we bring HR's vantage point, bring their expertise into the equation. Okay, so what are the key aspects and functions of a reliability lead team? I list 9 of them here. Number one, the team leader must be from operations. It's operations led, folks. Team leader must be from operations. Set a simple and clear vision. We're going to move from a time-based maintenance culture to a predictive culture. We're going to go from 2% predictive maintenance of our work hours are 2%. From predictive maintenance, we're going to move that to 20%. So 20% of our total workload comes from predictive technologies. That's a crisp, clear message that people can get around. There's not a lot of wiggle room there. It's not a lot of fuzz, right? Learn best practices. If you're going to go into condition monitoring, the leadership needs to get some training. Okay, what is IR? What is UE? What is oil analysis? What is Vibe? This is out in the field. Get with your technicians, see the technology, see how it can work, be able to talk about it. Not just sponsor via an email. This is, you need to understand what's going on. Okay, so learn those best practices. Select just 2 to 4 focus areas. I'm going to talk about failures here in a second and how you can fail as a lead team, but don't pick too many things. You got a lot going on in your daily life and running a plant, a lot of quality issues, safety issues, environmental issues. Pick 2 to 4 things that if you did very well in 12 months, what would you blow the doors off of? Pick 2 to 4, folks. That's not setting the bar too low. That is setting it very accurately to what will make a big difference. It's critical what you select those 2 to 4 to be. Could be condition monitoring, could be problem solving, could be freeing up 2 reliability engineers. What are those 2 to 4 action items? Cascade those expectations. It can't just be, behind closed doors, you're talking about what you want to do. It's got to go to your whole organization. It's got to be in their performance expectations, what you want to see happening out of people. Number 6, active sponsors. This is not you go to a meeting once a month for an hour and sit in there and nod your head and check your email during the meeting. Active sponsorship means everything, and I've got a list of them. Number 1, go and see the proactive solutions. So if you want to get condition monitoring out there and you expect to see more UE, that needs to be part of your weekly schedule to go, hey, pick up the phone, call one of your UE technicians and tell them, hey, you want to go on them, spend an hour with them today. Go and see, okay? Let people see you out on the floor with the technology. Number 2 is go and ask and see a failure. So you see a gearbox failed. Hey, why didn't we catch that on oil analysis? Why did we not catch that with vibration? You got the equipment maintenance plan. If it had the technology in there that you're looking to drive, why did it not find it? Not trying to blame others, but understand what's missing. So go and see. Have the SPAs report back periodically to the lead team. Invite them back. So if somebody's, job is to, increase the condition monitoring that you're doing at your site. The leader of that you've sponsored needs to come into your meeting and say, here, we went from 2% to 7% this month. Here's our gaps. Here's what I need from you. I need you to sponsor some training to get level 1, level 2 certified for these 2 people. What is that? So spend your time with them, right? Number 4, mention the effort, the simple message in every communication. When you're given monthly updates, quarterly updates, make sure when you're standing in front of people, sending out emails, you give that little elevator speech on what you're going to do to drive success, give hope to the organization. Reply back on every email. You get a reliability email that comes out and says, hey, look at this PDM find, look at this root cause that we found, and we got these actions in place. Reply back to them. Just a sentence or 2 that you're paying attention. Don't just say, oh yeah, good stuff. Let people know you're sponsoring. It's an active sport. Reward correct behavior, and this can be financial. You see correct behavior, we always reward, and this is what you gotta keep doing this, but the heroes that come in on Monday morning and on their white horse and save the day from an unplanned downtime event, the real heroes are the people that prevent those events from happening. So make sure that you reward that silent service of people preventing problems. So reward the correct behavior. Okay, now I'm on to key functions. Back to key functions again. Those are active sponsorship items. Number 7, it's okay to learn through failure. A lot of organizations, they say they want to try new things, but then slap the people around that fail. This is a new venture. Going to a reliability culture is not new in industry, but it's new at your plant. So nobody's ever done it before. So when you go into the unknown, failures can happen, right? Number 8, have 2 60-minute meetings a month. Keep it in front of people. Once a month meeting is just not frequent enough. Twice a month is what I like to see. And you're going to spend about, leaders, these people on this lead team, are going to spend about 4 hours a month in go and see mode. Go and see mode out on the shop floor. So what are the common failures I see on reliability lead teams and leads to their doom? Okay, I've got 6 of them here. It's maintenance driven. We've talked enough about that. Tracking 60 KPIs, death by PowerPoint, standing there for the full hour and just going through freaking slides. Nobody cares about that. Need dialogue. Best to have 2 to 4 of these, right? Number 3, corporate expectations don't align with what is needed at the plant. Big problem. Plant says, or corporate says, cut your expenses or cut your costs 20%. Cutting waste 20% is a whole different story. Got to focus on waste, not just slashing and burning, willy-nilly. Hey, you have to cut your head count 10%, based on what, So corporate expectations, big deal. Number 4, attendance is your sponsorship. Got to be an active sponsor. Already talked about that. Number 5, we don't have a go and see culture. All you do is sit in the office and look at your KPIs. All the KPIs look good. Things must be good on the shop floor. We know that's not true. Okay. And not having a guide, not having a subject matter expert. Hey, you can't just stumble around through this stuff. You have to have somebody that knows what they're doing. Best to have somebody that's been there before several times. Okay, if I audit an organization and they have an effective reliability lead team, I'm telling you, good chance they're doing some cool stuff and getting great results. This is key, folks. This is key. Number 1 thing I look for. So my challenge for this week is rate your organization on the 9 functions of a reliability lead team. If you have one, okay, there's zeros if you don't have one, but if you have one, rate them 0 to 5. And if you don't have at least a 3 rating on how effective you are in those 9, you need to do something about it. Let me know how I can help. Send me an email. Okay. Folks, begin your journey. This is really not that hard. If you need pointers from me, send me an email, put comments in this text. If you'd like an experienced guide, I can shave years off your deployment. Great. Thanks.